Hi there. It's time to open a couple more LEGO minifigures. This time we're going for Series 16. As usual, I know what's inside of them, and hopefully I don't make mistakes. Now, the first one here should be the Penguin Boy. So to find and confirm that it's this guy, you want to find the torso. That would be right here. It has a weird shape, sort of like a trapezoid. But instead of arms for a LEGO minifigure, you have the flippers of a penguin. And you can feel it right here. It moves, it pivots, but it is very smooth and a little bit flatter, so it doesn't stick out as much. So let's confirm this is Penguin Boy. And indeed it is. That's what I was feeling. Oh, almost forgot. And I believe that is all. Gathering up the pieces, let's take a look at what is in store or for offer in Series 16. You've got what looks like a reference to Elsa, but of course it's a little bit different because it's Lego-fied and also trademarked. So now we've got, let's see, a kind of female cyborg. We've got an Arabian Night, I guess. We have a devil costume. Oh, face recognition right there. Oddly enough, this is the least human face, human-like face, so that's a shock. We've got a boxer with boxer gloves, of course, a female one. We've got this, I guess, Arctic explorer with a penguin. Anyone watched Popper's Penguin? It's been a while. We've got Bear Grylls, or some explorer, of course. We've got a spooky boy, which should be in this packet. We've got a penguin. That's this guy over here. We've got some pirate person who has a bunch of who has one crossbow and a bunch of other bows over there. Some guy who won with his favorite pet. We've got, well, a one-person mariachi band, James Bond, or another modern hipster dude who just likes wearing black. And we've also got a banana guy, and we've got a person, and actually another person. We've got a baby, which I believe is quite new. Like, they just started making Lego babies. Oh, what should be on the other side? Let's see. Aha, they have videos now for back to school. And we've got special instructions for adding the extra accessories for the devil costumer and also the snow queen. Now, let's get this open. Well, we already got it open. Let's start assembling this guy. Now, the first thing is his legs. Now, he's a little bit short, so his legs doesn't flex. So it's another thing to look for if you're feeling for this minifigure. Next up, we have the torso. And it has very minimal painting, like the foot. The feet only has orange, I guess. What would we call those? Orange stubs? Toenails? They wouldn't be toenails. And we've also got a white chest, and that would be all. And you've got these special flippers, which I believe is actually the same mold for the shark, the Lego shark. Next up is the head, which is of course upside down. And he seems to be a cute little sly guy. You can see his eyes are a little bit closer together and smaller. So I believe this is one of those who are also trick-or-treating. We've got a little helmet here. It only has coloring at the front. You've got the beak, you've got the eyes, and of course a nice little window for little Junior to peek through. And coincidentally, since he's a penguin, he needs to also be able to survive on ice. So because he's not really a penguin, we're going to give him some ice skates right there. Let me get that there in focus. There we go. Very interesting. And there's a limit. It doesn't let you place this off off kilter. It will not let you place this on at an angle because it has this weird ridge right there, if you can see. Come on, focus. There we go. You have this weird notch right here that prevents you from placing it in a weird way underneath the minifigure's leg or foot. And there we go. He can go skating, but he cannot do that while he's standing proudly on the stand. So he'll just be standing on his own for now. Actually, I want to make sure that he's actually facing the right way. And not this guy, I'm talking about this guy. The two skates. So double checking. You can barely make that out, but yep, it's supposed to be placed like that. Great. Let's put him on the side here. Oops. And put the stand. And next up should be the spooky guy. Now, the thing to feel for is his book there. It's really definitive, it's really large, so it's easy to find it. Just don't mistake the stand, one of these things, for a book. And also there's a spider to look for. So let's see if we can find the book again. That's a stand. There's a bunch of holes on the bottom. Okay, right here. Right here is the book. So if I were to try to make it visible, you could see that rectangle and that rectangle. It's a perfect size for a book, and you can even feel the ridges on the edge. Sort of. You can feel the sides going in, so it's shaped like a book as well. So let's get this open. Using brute strength. Okay. Spooky guy, here we go. Alrighty, things are going all over the place. And there's a stand. You didn't miss anything. And you already saw that. And that. And his head is trying to escape. But of course you can't if you're in Blue Land. Now, the stand. Not something worth noting. Here is the legs, which is really nice. It's two-toned, two different colors, gray and black, and you've got quite a lot of details and painting. You could see how his pants are too big for him, they're sagging. He also has a chain that wraps all the way around, well, sort of stops there. And he also has some kind of boots, I believe, and even belt, a belt. Next is his torso, which is also very similar in color scheme. Again, it's black and gray, and he's got, well, it's actually hard to tell now. It looks like he's wearing two shirts, a black shirt with a skull on the front, and another shirt underneath, which has striped sleeves, basically. Something interesting to note is that his skin itself is white, or he's wearing gloves. Though I think white gloves don't go with his style. In fact, look at his head. He seems a little bit frowny. Looks like he's been ghouling around. Okay, not too funny. Though he does have a pointed tooth sticking out, which might indicate his actual secret identity. He's a vampire! Yes, he probably is. Also, we've got his little, what shall we call this? A spider, with of course a stud or a place to hold it, so you can place the spider right on there, so it's like a hat. And he's got the design on top, which is sort of a cross. I guess it's kind of fitting with him looking a little bit gothic, but we all know that he's secretly very pale just because he's a vampire. Now, he also looked a little bit worried or spooked. That's because he's been reading this book, Spooky Tales. So this is the piece I've been feeling for. You want to look for something that's shaped like this, and you also want to make sure the sides sort of go in, except for the spine, which is this side. Very nice. It has its own printing on the front. It has just a little bit of wear at the corner. And you can actually open the book to reveal no stories except what this piece is. It says Lego rated. It's very nice though that you can open it. You can have a shot where the minifigure's trying to read it, even though he's extremely disturbed and or frightened. But of course don't show that side. Or you can actually cut out pieces of paper and insert them right inside here. But for now he's going to be just a little bit disturbed and perturbed from reading this. Now how can we get him to hold this thing? I have no clue. Let's just wedge it in here between his arms like that. Does this work? Yeah. Yep, he's now a stand for advertising Spooky Tales, the book. Alrighty, let's get a closer view. Ooh, we're not done yet. Yeah, even though he has a nice hairstyle or wig, we must replace his wig on. It's a pretty smooth. It has this very interesting cut to it. Like that. It's a little bit clear that he doesn't cut his hair as often. Sticking out a bit. He likes reading a lot more, though he might be reconsidering reading after reading that. Now, where's this guy gonna go? Interesting thing about the spider is that because it is like a Lego hand, it can probably hold sticks as well. Maybe we can... No? Where are you gonna go? Maybe right there. Okay, we're going to share the stand. Place that there. And that there. There we go. We've got now a spooky guy and a spider. And of course we've also got the penguin guy. Alrighty, so this has been the spooky guy and the penguin guy. Thanks for watching.